Dear learners, in this video I shall show you the table of contents required for preparing your synopsis with regards to your dissertation work, whether it is M.Ed or your M.E. education. So in your synopsis you will have to include the introduction. Under that introduction you will have to mention the background and the rationale of the study. Give the statement of the problem. Under the statement of the problem you have to formulate, define and state the problem by focusing on certain aspects such as research questions it attempts to answer, the objectives it intends to achieve, the hypothesis, if any, it attempts to test, and the delimitation of the study that determines its scope. Then give the study area, mention the research questions, then you have to mention the objectives of the study, but you really need to be very precise and the objectives needs to be stated clearly in order to indicate what you intend to investigate. Then give the hypothesis of the study. Now, in case of fact-finding studies, when the purpose of the research is to find facts as they exist, a hypothesis may not be required. Thereafter, give the operational definition of the terms. Now, in this case, the operational definition of the terms, you have to give the key or the technical terms that will be involved in your title and the research problem. The operational terms, it might mean many things, but in case of your study, what does it exactly mean or what it intends to say or specify? So you have to state it very clearly. It has some special connotations in the context of the study. So you have to be very specific. What does the term actually imply in your study? What will it imply? What does it mean? Okay, so accordingly you have to define the terms. Then give the delimitation of the study. Then switching to the review of related literature. Now in any study there might be some other scholars or researchers who must have who might have carried out similar kind of studies. So you are going to review those studies which is related to your present area, okay, which is related to your topic. So the thing that you need to take into account is the literature that you are going to review should be of recent ones, okay. You have to see what has been done so far in that specific area that you are intending to carry out. So what others have done, all right, what they have found, the insight that they have gained, okay, and what is the outcome, what suggestions they might have placed. So having done that, you will definitely have you will definitely get some insight. So indicate your views of related literature by giving the critical observation. All right, find out the research gaps. You have to identify it, focus on the area. Okay, so accordingly you try to justify it, justify why this particular study needs to be carried out. Okay, so I will speak more about the review of related literature in my next videos. Then switching to the methodology of the study, you have to mention the research method that you are intending to carry out. Oh, sorry, you are actually thinking of using it for carrying out your study. Then the variables. Okay, the variables, you have to indicate the variables in your study. What are the variables? The independent, dependent variables. Then specify the population. Okay, then the sampling, how you're going to sample it out of the total population. Then what are the tools and techniques that will be used for data collection? What are the sources? From which source will you collect it? The primary, the secondary sources. All right, so all those you have to mention it. Procedure for data collection, how you are going to collect the data. The procedure for data analysis, how you would analyze the raw data. All right, how you are going to tabulate, which statistical tool you are going to apply. Okay, so thereafter you have to conclude. Okay, after concluding it, you mention you give the tentative chapterization. So in your dissertation you might have proposed for 5 chapters. Chapter 1, introductions. Chapter 2, the review of related literature. Chapter 3, maybe methodology of the study. Chapter 4, analysis and interpretation, then the major findings. All right, then the next chapter would be you give a summary, then conclusion. All right, so this way you have to give the tentative chapterization. Okay, then finally the references, the books or articles or whatever you have referred, you have to mention it. Okay, so in my next videos I shall discuss more specifically the difference between reference and bibliography and all those I shall discuss. So as of now, thank you so much.